Hi, this is the first AutoCAD lesson. The first thing we'll learn is the user interface for AutoCAD. So you have the draw bar, and under the draw, you can see line, polyline, circle, and arc. So to draw a line, you just click on the line, and then you will specify the first point, and you will specify the second point of the line. So that's how you draw a line. And if you want to draw a circle, you click on the circle command, and then you specify the center point, and it will ask you for the radius of the circle. And so you draw the circle. And this is for a rectangle. So to draw a rectangle, you have rectangle and polygon. So you click on the rectangle, and you'll be able to specify a first corner and specify another corner for the rectangle. So after the draw, you have the modify command. And the modify commands are what you use mostly in drawing in AutoCAD. So you have the move command, you have the rotate, you have the trim command, you have offset, and you have the copy command. So you have a lot of modify commands, and we will go through them. And those are the things that you use in AutoCAD. And then you have the annotation. So annotation is include the text. That's what you use when you're putting text on the AutoCAD. AutoCAD draws in layers. What that means is that each component in AutoCAD has layers. So if you come in here under your layer, you will see that there is layer for windows, there's layer for walls, for the text, for furniture, electrical, doors, dimensions. So everything that you are doing in AutoCAD has its own layer, and that is how you draw. And then you come under blocks. So in AutoCAD, you insert blocks into your drawing. You're able to create blocks, and you're able to insert blocks. So the furniture comes in blocks, the WC, the plumbing items, they come in blocks, and you are able to insert them into the AutoCAD command. Every item in AutoCAD has properties. Everything that you draw has properties. If you select a line, and the properties panel is on the left side in the Windows computer. So if you select it and you right click, if you select and you select like a line, and you right click, under it, you see the properties toolbar. So, and then you see the properties. So it gives you the color, the layer, the line type, the line weight, and all the information about the line or any item that you are drawing. And you can put drawings into group. You can group different things together and be able to use them. So under utilities, you have commands where you can measure the distance of two distances, and you have points. And then from the clipboard, you can copy and paste drawings into clipboard. So after that menu, you have your status bar in AutoCAD. And on your status bar, which is down here, you see your grid. And apart from your grid, you can put snap it on or snap off. And then you have your dynamic input. What dynamic input does is that when it's turned off and you are drawing a line, you are not able to see any measurement. But when you turn on the dynamic input and you're drawing a line, then you'll be able to see the measurements as you're drawing. So that's what dynamic input does. To delete an object, you can window the object, and you can right click and then erase. And after dynamic input, we have snap This is very important because you use it to snap object snap. You can snap to endpoint, midpoint, center, intersection, and we will talk a lot about object snap in AutoCAD. And then you have the polar. This specifies different angles that you can track to, you can snap to. And so, and then you have the this shows annotation objects when you are when you are doing your dimension. So, and in AutoCAD has model space, which is where you do all your drawings. And then it also has paper space. Paper space is where you set up your drawing for printing. So this is called paper space. We will learn about paper space later, but most of the drawings are done in model space. So apart from using your menu, you can get most of the commands through drop down. So if I come here, file, you can, for a new file, you create a new file, you can open an existing file, you can import. And when you are importing, you can import different files. You can import an AutoCAD file, and you can also import a PDF file into your drawing. And so that is for file. And if you come here to insert, so under insert, you can see that you can insert, this is title block. If you want to insert, you can insert a block. You can create a block. You can define attributes for your block. And you can use the block editor to see what you are doing. So you can also import PDF. You can also use it to import PDF. And then when you go to annotate, this also shows you for your text, the different what you use for your text. So for your drop down, you can see here insert DWG reference, underlay, PDF underlay, layout, and different objects that you can insert. And then if you go to view, you can see, you can view, you can zoom and pan. These are very important elements in AutoCAD. So like zoom, when you click on zoom, you have zoom real time, zoom previous, zoom window, dynamic, and scale. So zoom real time, you can go in and zoom. And zoom is what we use in AutoCAD. So now if I right click and I can put zoom window. So for zoom window, you click here and you can select what you want to zoom. And I can right click and I say zoom extends. Zoom extends zooms everything and shows you everything in the drawing. So zoom extends and you're able to see everything. And then we have pan. Pan just moves the screen around. So you can move and then you'll be able to draw here. And so that is what pan does. These are very important in AutoCAD. And you can orbit and you can use the cameras. And viewports, we use them on paper and we will talk about it later. Now you come to insert. Like I have said, you can insert different objects into your drawing. External references can be DWG, DGN, PDF, or a raster image. Now format, this you use to format your layer, your line type, your line weight, and we will talk about those in AutoCAD. And under tools, we have your palette, your toolbar, if you want to work on your toolbar, and your block editor and your draw editor. And then under draw, this is instead of using the menu, you want to draw with your line and polyline and everything. So that's what happens. And then you have your dimension. So this is where you dimension linear, aligned, and it's used to dimension your AutoCAD drawing. Now, these are the tools in Modify. These are the commands. So you have to learn how to erase, copy, mirror, offset, array, move, rotate, scale, stretch, lengthen, trim, extend, break. So these are all the modify commands, and we're going to learn some of them today because most drawing in AutoCAD is the modify command that you use, and this is parametric for drawing parametric drawings. And these are some express tools that you use for making for blocks, block palette, block properties, and for text, if you want to put text to fit and all that. Layout tools and dimension tools. If you want to export dimension style or import dimension style and modify, I mean, you sometimes you use them, sometimes you don't use them. And this is just for your windows in AutoCAD. So you can tie horizontally or tie vertically when you have different windows open in AutoCAD. And so these objects, these help you to manage your drawings. And this also help you to manage your user interface and other applications that you draw with. Sometimes you can have add-ins, which are other products that can be added in to help you work on your AutoCAD. And so for today, we're going to look at a basic drawing. So this is just a basic drawing, and I'm going to dimension this so that we'll see the dimension. Waiting, and I set to the skeleton. So we don't want that. So this is a basic drawing, and basically we want to learn how to draw a line and how to. So to this object, the first one will go to home. Now I'm going to delete this and delete it. And for drawing AutoCAD, you want to be able to format your dimension styles and make sure the dimension style that you're using. We just want to use the standard because we don't want annotative. So use standard and set it as current. So I'm going to say, can use this. Okay, let's see what are the properties, what dimensions that is. So the dimensions that is architectural. Same dimensions that. Dimensions that. Architectural. Set current. So what we're trying to do is just to get the dimension for this, so that when we're drawing it, we make sure we have the correct dimension. Okay, and that is 5 feet, 11 inches. Okay, so we'll start with our basic drawing, which is, I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to make it 5 feet. So we draw a line. The first thing you have to know when you're drawing a line is that you left click. So you left click at this point, and then depending on what you want, so if you want it to be 5 feet, so we're going to left click here. And then to draw this other one, we're going to click on line. We're going to left click here, and we're going to come down and left click here. And so measurement that these are 6-inch walls, the thickness of the walls is 6 inch. So we're going to offset. So I'm going to click on offset. This is one of the modifying commands. Remember, I said we use the modifying commands, everything. And what you have to know in AutoCAD, there are three ways of doing your command. You can use the menu bar, which is here, like offset. And then you can also go to modify, and under modify, you will see offset. And apart from that, you can type it in. So if I type in O, you're going to see all the commands, and we want to use offset. And so it says specify distance that you want to offset. So we want to offset 6 inches. I'm going to put 6 inches and hit enter. Then you select object to offset. You select this and side to offset. So you click on the side you want to offset. So the same thing here. You select it and side to offset. So you click on the side that you want to offset. And so next one, that this is, we're using this distance as 5 feet. So I'm going to type in offset again. So hitting offset, and I'm going to put in a distance of 5 feet. So I'm going to type in 5 feet and then select objects. I'm going to select the object and move. And then I'm going to offset again and put in 6 inches. So I'm going to type in 6 inches and hit enter. And then select object. I'll select the object and then I'll decide. And this is 5 feet 2, 3 inches, 3 inches. So now we can actually, let's use another command, which is called trim, to clean up our drawing. So you zoom in close to where you want to trim, and you go to the modify command. This is trim. You can, like I said before, you can go under modify and select trim. And like I say, you can also go to the toolbar and type in TR and trim will come in. So you can use any of the methods. And then you go in and you can trim the object that you want to trim. Just smoothing in this case, want to trim all this off. And now you come in here and we want to offset 5 feet 2 inches to create this. So I'm going to go here and select offset, and I'm going to type in 5 feet 2 inches, 5 feet 2 inches, and hit enter. And I'm going to select and move to this direction. And the next one is 1 inch. So I'm going to offset, and I'm going to put in 1 inch, hit enter. And I'm going to come in here and move it. And then right click and zoom. So this is how you can right click and pan. That is how you manipulate your screen, or you can zoom in window and you come closer. And then I can go here and I say offset. And I'll put in 3 feet, hit enter, and I select. Oh, I didn't bring my glasses, and offset. I can come here, hit enter, and I say offset. And I'm going to offset 1 inch. Hit enter, and I offset. And then 3 feet, so I'm going to click on offset. and I'm going to say 3 feet, enter. And the last one is 6 inches. I'm going to type in offset again. And I'm going to put in 6 inches and offset. And so when I zoom in and I come closer here, now I'm going to use another command called the Fillet Command. So with the fillet, what it does is it joins 2 lines, horizontal and vertical. So you have fillet, you have chamfer, and you can blend curves. But we're going to use fillet. So I'm going to select this line and select this line and this. And you see it joins them together. So I'm using the same fillet command, and I select this line, and I select this line, and you see it joins them together. And now I'm going to use trim. So you see, you use your modify commands in your drawing, and that is how you do your drawings. So we are able to get this basic shape. So we've been able to draw this basic shape just with the line commands and the modify commands. And those are the things that we are going through today. So we've learned the trim, the fillet command. And apart from that, we have the offset command. So apart from that, we have other commands. We have the move, we have copy, we have stretch, we have scale. There are other modify commands, a lot of modify commands. And these are the commands that you use. And so you have break at a point where you break the object, you have join, you have reverse, you have copy nested objects, edit hatch, where you edit your hatches, and several drawings, several things in modify. So it's good to be very familiar with your modify command. And I suggest that you come in here and go under your modify toolbar and try and practice all the different commands that are under it. And we are going to work on several of them in this drawing. But I think we have ended today's lesson. So basically today's lesson, we worked on the user interface, and we learned the basic commands for draw, and we worked on some of the modifying tools. Thank you.